Hey, welcome to an episode of Chad's Beer Reviews. Coming up on the 15th anniversary. So this is a beer I got from BeerDrop.com. We'll come back to that in a minute. Jeremiah Johnson Brewing Company, Mountain Man Scotch Ale, brewed in Montana, 6.5 ABV, 20 IBUs. Kind of a long description on the back, but they do mention that it's brewed with honey, and it says a subtle hint of cherry smoke. So that's interesting. No fresh date on the can. All right, so I pour it into the glass. Haven't used this in a while. And that is quite brown. And then once it's in the glass, that looks black, but it's actually a real deep, like, mahogany chestnut. It probably looks black or brown on camera, and it's not. So, big, foam on there, too. I forgot to mention that. So let's smell it. I don't really, the whatever cherry wood smoke is in there is quite subtle. It's not like prominent, but otherwise, I would describe it as like a slight kind of confectionery maltiness on there. Yeah, it has like a lightly sweet aroma. I mean, it doesn't like imply it's gonna be something super decadent. It's just, kind of malty. Maybe like a touch nutty. I don't really get much in the way of hops. Maybe just kind of like an earthy, floral kind of thing. So let's dive in here. Cheers. Yes, that is a definitely Americanized Scotch ale. Because if you read the guidelines for any of the actual Scotch ales, they're not supposed to have like smoke quality to it at all, which is like a misconception a lot of American beer drinkers have. Like, oh, I love Scotch ales; they're so smoky from the peat. No, in Scotland they don't use peat. So this kind of reminds me of like a pretty strong brown ale. So like caramel, toffee, slightly chocolatey, kind of just a general bready malt to it. I also get that honey there. It's subtle. I think like they're using it mostly like as an adjunct to just boost the ABV up. And yeah, there is a little bit of a smoked malt there. I would say it's kind of like low down in there. It's kind of a background note. Shows up mostly in the aftertaste. It's a pleasant flavor combination. You're getting your sweet. I should say like they're lightly sweet. Like it's not like decadent sweetness like a Bourbon County or like Southern Tier chocolate or something like that. Yeah, so lightly sweet kind of confectionery flavors up front, kind of in the background. Is some kind of like a nutty character, slightly. It's funny. I'd actually say the hops are actually kind of more like piney in this instance, but enough bitterness for balance. It isn't it's not cloying, but it's not especially bitter either. I mean, it's only 20 IBUs. Yeah, and then it finishes with that cherry wood smoke, which it's quite subtle. Like it's not nearly as strong as like in your 𝗎𝗏𝐿𝐼𝐶𝐻 or like your typical any beer like where they put smoke like right on the label. I can kind of pick up a little bit of a honey flavor in the aftertaste as well, but mostly, I mean, honey is highly fermentable, so you don't really tend to get a lot lingering around in the flavor. Yeah, this is pretty good. Gotta say, I'm quite surprised. Yeah, so you can see that's quite dark for a Scotch ale. We haven't done this for Tuesday Night Beer School yet, so maybe I'll do this. I'll save the other can that I got on BeerDrop, by the way. Link in the description below. Use my code to get $10 off your first purchase, and it lets them know that I sent you. All right, so the score for the Jeremiah Johnson Mountain Man. By the way, doesn't that look like the Big Lebowski on the label there? That's pretty cool. I like it. I'm gonna go solid 4 out of 5 for this one. I might even bump it up to 4.25. As always, follow me on Instagram and Untap because I do tweak the review between now and then. I think this is actually getting better as it warms. So give me another 10-15 minutes and I might even bump it up another half star. All right. So if you watch all the way in, you're awesome. I will see you guys for Tuesday Night Beer School. Cheers.
Somebody brewed it, Chad just reviewed it. Thanks for watching Chad's Beer Review. Trust me, the next episode will be a lot better.